Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Monday Night Raw, and we are kicking things off with the returning Dakota Kai. And of course, as we saw at the start of the show, things heating up between Theory and Kai, and I think it's safe to say we all know what the story is there. Or at least we do. I'm not sure if they do, but nonetheless, Kai stating just before the start of the show, her mind is fully focused on Becky Lynch. And honestly, who can blame her? We saw Dakota Kai return to Raw last week after being put on the shelf for over a month on the road to SummerSlam. It was at the hands of this woman right here. Of course, Becky Lynch no longer the Women's World Champion, losing it to Rhea Ripley. And how's this for a weird stat? This is the first entrance for Becky Lynch in Universe mode where she has not entered with a title. The tensions tonight are at an all-time high. Well, clearly, Becky Lynch, not a fan of what Kai had to say, apparently. But this is far from over. And you can bet on that. Wait, what's going on? Oh, wait a second. And look what we got going on here. There's a fight breaking out here in Florida. Becky Lynch cheap-shotting Dakota Kai backstage, and now we got a brawl on our hands. And Raw General Manager Triple H trying to bring some order here, but oh my God. I told you, tensions were at an all-time high. There was no way that things were not about to get physical. We've got a brawl going on in Orlando, Florida, and Dakota Kai. What a scissors kick. That caught Lynch flush. It looks like some separation has finally been made. And it looks like things have been proposed for Extreme Rules, and how appropriate is that? Well, mommy putting the Raw Women's Division on notice. The best I can say is good luck everyone else. The things on Raw continue to heat up as now it's time for the, once again, United States Championship Open Challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, October was last month. And as we all know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And you always see the color pink. And in case if you haven't noticed, for today's ring, the middle ropes have been colored pink. And while yes, it is mid-November, this episode was supposed to come out during October, during Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So we here at the NetherDude channel wear pink in support for all those who are fighting this terrible disease. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Well, on the eve of SummerSlam, Austin Theory said that he was going to make some changes around here if he was to become the United States Champion. And since then, for the second week in a row, Theory is holding a United States Championship Open Challenge, giving a shot to those who hadn't really received a shot before. But the question is, how long can he keep it up? He was successful last week, but can he do it again? Of course, Theory knocking off Tommaso Ciampa last week. And now looks to go face to face with Drew Gulak. And Gulak, well, let's not sleep on Gulak. Everyone sleeps on him, but every match that he has been in has been a very tough, very competitive style match. And I think that's the element that Gulak might bring to this match here. Nobody really expects a lot from him, and I think Gulak might use that to his advantage here. But Theory, oh man. Starting things off with a nasty backbreaker there. And Theory seems to, for the most part, have his priorities in check here, as of late. With Dakota Kai returning, Theory has been in a different mindset. But he has also been laser focused as the United States Champion. Of course, Theory with a huge win over the now former United States Champion Seth frickin' Rollins at SummerSlam. To be put in this opportunity. Nice drop toe hold there. And so far, Theory has been living up to his promise of making changes to Monday Night Raw. Giving guys opportunities here. And Gulak looking to play defense, but Theory with a drop kick. Both guys so athletically gifted, and Theory so many bright years ahead of him. And Gulak, we know how cocky Gulak can be. We've seen it get the best of him time and time again. And again, Theory. Another drop toe hold. What the hell is Theory thinking here? And a suicide dive. Through the middle rope. Tope suicida there by Austin Theory as he enters the ring. Now Gulak. Oh, Gulak might have just got knocked out. I don't know how Gulak didn't get knocked the hell out there, but no, look at this. Gulak with a suplex to Theory. Perhaps putting the champs on the ropes here a little bit. Using that unknown factor to his advantage here. Plants Theory. I thought maybe he was going to go for the cover there, but Gulak with other plans here. And how often do you see this? Gulak going to the top rope. We don't see this happen very often in a missile dropkick, and it connects. And the motto of Drew Gulak, who is very much against high flyers, against any sort of aerial offense. We saw him do it there. We saw him use it to effect as Theory hanging on for dear life and hangs up Gulak on top. And now Theory heading up to the top here, misses with an axe handle. Gulak just barely able to get out of the way as Theory sent right into the corner. No, what a clubbing blow right to the back of the neck. I tell you what, the opening of Raw, that was like watching something straight out of high school. It's like those moments when you pass a note to your crush. That was the kind of vibe that was the kind of vibe that they gave off, but that was a painful vibe that just came off that big boot that Theory delivered there. And this could be enough here to put away Gulak to retain the United States champion. Austin Theory retains. No! Gulak still in this match. How the hell did Gulak kick out of that? That was a close. Let's take a look back at this. How close was this near fall here? I thought maybe this match was over. Was it perhaps 2.5 there? And it was. But Theory wasting little time. On the chase now. And another scissors kick. We saw Dakota Kai hit a scissors kick in her brawl against Becky Lynch earlier tonight. Apparently that seems to be the go-to move tonight, because it has been used to much success. And again, Theory. Another successfully planted scissors kick, and now look at this. A-Town down. Taking a vacation is Drew Gulak, and is it enough? Austin Theory retains. Two weeks in a row, Austin Theory successfully retaining the United States champion. The United States Championship, I should say, sorry. As Theory looking to make waves as the top. Wait a second. We haven't seen Dijak since SummerSlam. And I think it's pretty obvious as to why he's out here. The aura in the arena has changed. Let us not forget, this is the same man that unexpectedly put away Brock Lesnar. And now he has his eyes set on the United States champion. Austin Theory, oh, on a discus clothesline. Dijak making his intentions very clear. Well, clearly the Queen has no interest in winning popularity contests around here, as she makes her Universe Mode debut here on Monday Night Raw. Now look, you can say what you want about what Charlotte Flair had to say, but you cannot deny that there is a sense of truth to what Charlotte was trying to say. Nothing in this business is handed to you. Charlotte Flair is a 14-time women's champion. And you don't have to like it, but it is an undeniable fact that she has earned all 14 of those reigns. And what Charlotte is trying to say is that all these new up-and-coming women on the Raw Women's Division, there is a sense of entitlement in the mind and opinion of the Queen, who in her own mind, in her own words, called the young up-and-coming women of the Raw Women's Division little brats. But this woman right here, I would say, is anything but. Tegan Nox might just be the most inspiring woman on the roster. Nothing that this woman has done has ever been given to her. Everything that she has done in this business, she has had to bust her ass for. All the ACL injuries, having to constantly fight back from injury, just to make a name for herself in this business. But Tegan Nox has a tall task ahead of her in this match against the future Hall of Famer Charlotte Flair, as Cora Jade watches from the back. And you gotta know that not just Cora Jade, but all the women in the back heard what the Queen had to say, and you gotta think that what the Queen had to say probably did not sit well with the rest of the locker room, and quite honestly, I don't think Charlotte Flair really cares. Because you heard what she had to say. She said that with all these new young and hungry superstars coming up to the main roster, how many of the women that have come up said anything to me? Not one. So is there perhaps a sense of jealousy to the youngsters, perhaps? To the new bloods, as people would say? Because keep in mind, Charlotte has done practically everything. I mean, she is a guaranteed Hall of Famer in this business. And a cover here by Flair. Is it enough? And no. Nox getting the shoulder up at two. It's not necessarily a matter of if, but more of a matter of when Charlotte Flair is inducted into the Hall of Fame alongside her father, the Nature Boy. She is on pace to have more title reigns than her own father, as Nox putting the boots to the Queen. You have to think the words of Charlotte Flair. Oh, man. Knox missing with that elbow. You got to think the words of Charlotte Flair floating around in the mind of Knox, who was coming out with a lot more aggression than normal. Really wanting to take the fight to Flair here as she sends her down headfirst into the mat. And it looks like Knox took what Flair had to say personally. And I doubt she is the only one. As we saw earlier, Cora Jade watching this match from the back. Last week, Charlotte making a statement, attacking Cora Jade after a match. That I don't really agree with. But Flair wanting to remind the Raw Women's Division just who is on top. And with Becky Lynch no longer on the top of the mountain, it's anyone's game. But of course, they would have to get past Rhea Ripley first. Oh man, eat defeat by the Queen. Is now Knox. You got to think hanging in there with the Queen would do great things for Tegan Knox, who came up short against Cora Jade last week. There's no doubting the toughness of Tegan Knox. She's hung in there with some of the greatest, including Becky Lynch during her time as the Women's World Champion, and a kick out again by Knox. Knox hanging in there right now with Charlotte Flair. I mean, you saw she took control early on in this match, and now we've fallen into a bit of a stalemate here, as now Flair getting a taste of her own medicine as Knox with the chops in the corner. Now Knox with a tornado DDT. You gotta think the women in the back loved watching that one, and Knox not done as she enters the suicide dive. Knox taking the fight to the Queen, and oh my goodness. That was more of a backhand than a chop, and that sent Knox right into the announce table here at ringside. Now Flair looking to maybe put this one away there, and oh, Knox tripping up the Queen there. And now look at this. Shiningest of Wizards by Tegan Knox. Is that enough? Will we get the upset of the century here, and a kick out by the Queen? Flair almost received what some would consider to be an impossible loss against Tegan Knox. What a humongous, monumental victory this would be for that young lady. As Knox, once again, looking for the cover, and Flair. Now Knox taking the fight, lighting up Flair as much as she can. Michinoku driver. Plants Flair. Now Knox, not trying to let off the gas pedal here, but Flair sits Knox down. We are witnessing what could be a barn burner there as Flair buries the knees into the midsection. Now Flair thinking natural selection here. Let's put this match away, and this should be ball game here. Knox has nothing to be ashamed of in this match, and a kick out by Knox. What? Tegan Knox just kicked out of the natural selection. This is the most motivated I've seen Tegan Knox since she won the NXT UK Women's Championship. I mean, we saw Cora Jade get hit with that same move last week, and she did not get back up right away. But when Knox kicked out of that, it looked like something was ignited inside of her, but I think that ignition on the part of Knox just pissed off the Queen. You know, thinking maybe figure eight there, but Knox able to push Flair off. But oh my god, what a boot. And that dropped Knox. I think Charlotte might be done playing games here. No longer messing around. Looking to put Nox away here, perhaps in a shiny wizard. Shiniest of wizards once again. And this time, oh, Flair. Looks like that just powered up the Queen there. What a nasty German suplex. You saw Flair holding their head. She was able to kick out of it, but that dazed her. There's no doubt about that. Now Flair. Looking to get Nox back in the ring here. Maybe to finally put this match away. I think Flair might have entered this match a little too confident. Maybe overlooking Tegan Nox, as she has not been able to put her away in this match. Now Flair gets hit with an atomic drop, and now look at this. Nox on a flurry of offense here. Looking to put the Queen in trouble. Stomps on the ankle. We all know how important the legs of Charlotte Flair are. She needs him to apply that figure 8, which has won her so many championships in the past, and an elbow drop right across, right in between the shoulder blades of Flair, and a kick out at 1. Now Nox is starting to get frustrated. You can't get frustrated when you're in the ring with someone like Charlotte Flair, and now look at this. Nox, once again, flurry of offense here. The Queen, can't believe I'm saying this right now, but the Queen looks vulnerable right now. Flair looks like she could very well be in trouble right now. And wrenching back on that elbow. And if you're Cora Jade, you gotta be watching this with a smile on your face. Watching Tegan Nox take it to Charlotte Flair right now, who is calling the Raw Women's Division a bunch of brats. A bunch of spoiled brats. And now look at this. Oh no. We saw Flair do the same move to Cora Jade last week, targeting the knee. The very much surgically repaired knee of Nox, who has a history of torn ACLs. Now Flair, look at this. Realizing that there's a bullseye on that knee. And when you're in the ring with an opponent like Charlotte Flair, that is the last thing you want. Is for an injury to get exploited. Now Flair, with stiff knees right to the sternum. And Nox can barely stand up on her own feet. And now look at this. Flair looking for the figure 8, and this might be it. Flair looking to cinch in, and it's locked in deep. The figure 8 locked in deep. Nox has nowhere to go. Nox has to tap out. It was a hell of an effort. But Charlotte Flair picking up a decisive victory. Much to the degree of Cora Jade. Charlotte Flair picking up a victory here tonight, but damn it, did she have to earn it. But the Queen is here on Raw. And this is her division. I don't know about you, but me personally, I would love to see those two go head-to-head again. We might get our wish next week, but right now, we are being met by the presence of the former United States champion, Seth freaking Rollins. And we saw last week when Rollins was being asked his thoughts about what transpired at SummerSlam, Seth Rollins was speechless. Rollins had nothing to say. And now tonight, Seth looks to compete in one-on-one action. But in all honesty, I can't say for certain where the head of the Visionary is right now. And oh, wait a second. How's this for a surprise? Here's an interesting fact. On this channel, a long time ago, there was another attempt at a universe mode. And the last time we saw Shinsuke Nakamura in action was on an episode of Monday Night Raw against Sheamus, in which Nakamura was victorious. And another interesting fact, during that time, Nakamura both feuded and entered into a tag team. What a powerbomb there. Entered into a tag team with one Jon Moxley. My, how times have changed is now, oh my god, Ushigoroshi there by Nakamura, looking to re-debut here in the universe mode against a clearly distraught Seth Rollins, and a sling blade there by Rollins, as Nakamura delivers a running knee right to the breadbasket. And you gotta think, Rollins can't be all there. He can't be. We all know damn well that losing that title to Austin Theory was a detrimental, damaging loss to the Visionary, who, much like we saw from his wife tonight, the entrance of Seth Rollins tonight was the first entrance of his in universe mode, where he entered without a title on his waist, as Rollins looks to regroup on the outside there, and he lures Nakamura in. A one-legged dropkick on the outside. And you can tell Rollins is pissed off, sending Nakamura right into the barricade. Oh my god. Rollins is pissed off. Oh my god. Nakamura getting thrown right into the barricade once again. Now both men giving chase, as Rollins with a backhand there, sending Nakamura into the corner there, and oh my god. Nakamura eating nothing but buckle there, as Rollins in full control of this match right now. Neckbreaker to Nakamura. And again another one. So I suppose the question, if you're Seth, who gets taken down there by Nakamura. The question, if you're Seth Rollins now, is where do you go from here? As Nakamura off the ropes here, looking to do some damage. Oh, man. But no, if you're Seth Rollins, after a big loss like that, where do you go from here? The Mafia is done and over with. All you have is Becky Lynch. You're no longer United States Champion. Hold that thought. Kinshasa by Shinsuke Nakamura to put this match away. No, and Rollins kicks out. Rollins still hanging in this one. But again, you have to think, all you have is Becky Lynch at this point. You're not United States Champion anymore. The Mafia is done and fighting amongst itself now at this point. If you're Seth, you got to think maybe potentially hitting the reset button. Maybe start over. A fresh start. But right now, that is not what it appears to be for Seth freaking Rollins as he gets hung up on the top rope. And Nakamura taking all the advantages that he can against a distraught Seth Rollins as he buries his knee right into the chest of Rollins. And now look at slamming Rollins down right on the mat. And now again, oh, this time Rollins is able to get out of it. Now Rollins off the rope and dodges a kick and turns into a neckbreaker. What a nice little move there by the Visionary. And now Rollins setting up for a pedigree and he connects with it. Now both men exhausted. Distraught or not, Rollins still capable of burning the house down. And a kick out at one by Nakamura. An impressive showing here on the Universe Mode debut of Shinsuke Nakamura as Seth Rollins buries the boots into the chest. And I'm not sure what Rollins is thinking here. Again, Rollins is not entirely there. And again, another knee strike right to the midsection. Rollins all out of sorts right now. Now Nakamura lighting up Rollins' body. All sorts of strikes and kicks. As Rollins turns it into another sling blade. And this match has been back and forth since the opening bell. Now Nakamura carefully placed strikes, and now look at that kick right to the back. I think that landed right on the back of the neck there of Rollins. And again, Nakamura landing these lethal strikes on the body of Rollins. And what the hell is this? What the hell has Nakamura got in mind here? Nakamura with a cross body off the top rope. What the hell has gotten into Shinsuke Nakamura? Who's throwing anything and everything that he can. Everything that Nakamura does hurts, and Rollins is finding that out firsthand as Rollins gets sent up the ramp. And the referee's at a count of 5 now. I would like to see this match end in a decisive finish. As Rollins hurries back into the ring and meets Nakamura with a knee right across the chin. And is that enough? No. Rollins thought he hit the knockout blow there. A perfectly placed knee strike right to the chin there of Nakamura. Is now Nakamura planting Rollins sternum first right into the mat. Now what has Nakamura got in mind here? Another Kinshasa. The second one of the match. Is this enough to put away a distraught Seth Rollins? And it is. Seth Rollins' losing ways continue as Shinsuke Nakamura proves dividends. What a debut for Nakamura. Well, next week is the go-home episode of Raw before Extreme Rules, and it's looking up to be a pretty stacked card as Austin Theory defends the United States Championship against Dijak. We saw those two interact earlier tonight, and that has the potential to be a great match. And we heard Rhea Ripley earlier tonight saying that she would take on anyone at any time, and Alexa Bliss is making her return to Monday nights as she takes on the new Women's World Champion. And it has been made official. Sheamus and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, will meet each other face to face in the middle of the ring, live, next week on Raw. And it has been made official. The Tribal Chief will be in the house as Roman Reigns, in a rare appearance, will take on Big E in the main event of Monday Night Raw. That is a huge announcement. And as we approach Extreme Rules, this match has been made official tonight. Live from Detroit, Michigan, Dakota Kai will take on Becky Lynch in a no-holds-barred match. This has been a blood feud, to say the least, and that is not all. We will find out this week on SmackDown who will be facing Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship, and whoever wins the four-man tournament gets to decide what that match stipulation will be, and the Raw Tag Team Championships will be defended as the entire trio of the New Day will take on the Usos and Solo Sikoa of the Bloodline. This event is shaping up to be a special one. Of course, when I say this event, I'm referring to Extreme Rules. Ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time as the newly recruited enforcer of the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, takes on the New Day's Kofi Kingston. And we saw how last week for Monday Night Raw ended. And in case if you missed it, it ended with a brawl between the Bloodline and the New Day. After Jimmy Uso laid down a challenge. Or my mistake. My mistake, it was Jey Uso, not Jimmy, that laid down the challenge to the New Day, telling them to defend the Raw Tag Team Championships. And the New Day accepted. Afterwards, a brawl ensued, which led to tonight. And of course, as we just heard, announced by the new Raw General Manager, Triple H, next week in the main event, Big E will go one-on-one with Roman Reigns. I mean, you want to talk about a huge matchup going into Extreme Rules. That is a monumental matchup, especially for Big E. But that's next week. This is now. As Kofi Kingston goes one-on-one with Solo Sikoa in our main event. As Solo Sikoa, oh man. Samoan drop to start this match off. Not the way you want to start off a match if you're Kofi Kingston. And as we all know, Kofi, so many years of experience in this business. Now Solo just pounding away on Kingston right now. Who hasn't had a lot of offense since the opening bell, and a splash right in the corner there, taking out Kingston. You know, this is a moment where we get to see what this guy Solo Sikoa is really about. As the Usos look on, we saw earlier tonight, the Usos, as told by Roman Reigns, the Usos on thin ice. Those are the words of Roman Reigns. A nice arm drag there by Kingston. Is it enough to put away the Enforcer? And no. As of late, the Usos have fallen on hard times. And look at this submission here. Almost an octopus-like submission hold attempt there by Kingston, but it wasn't enough. The Usos losing the Raw Tag Team Championships to the New Day. And now, last week, Jay issuing a challenge without the permission of the Tribal Chief. Of course, this did not sit well with Roman Reigns. And yet, you almost have to wonder, if you're the Usos, if you end up coming up short in this 6-man tornado tag team match at Extreme Rules, what happens then? Because you're already on thin ice. If you lose at Extreme Rules, what the hell does the Tribal Chief have in store for you? I don't think the Usos want to find out. Because right now, Jimmy, Big E, standing guard as, oh man. Kingston sent right into the steps. Sternum first. I don't know how he was able to get up after that. That looked nasty. Ribs first. Oh my god. What the hell? That might have been the greatest move I think I've ever seen. And Jey Uso trying to get involved there, but that was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Even now, at this point in his career, Kingston still pulling out magic tricks. And Solo Sikoa, oh man, that almost ended up being an L for the Bloodline. And you can imagine that would not sit well with Roman Reigns, who already has a lot on his plate. As Sikoa breaking up the New Day there. Trying to maybe intimidate Woods and E. To no avail. And Woods has been playing that damn trumpet. Francesca. The trombone, excuse me, not trumpet. That is a trombone, ladies and gentlemen. One of the Usos just snuck a chair into the ring. I think Solo thought about using it there, but Kingston putting a stop to it. There's a rolling pair of legs to the face for his troubles there. Now Kingston, SOS. We've seen him beat Seth Rollins with this move before. No, my mistake, not Seth Rollins, but it was the Mafia. The Mafia did lose to that specific move in Kingston. Oh my God, what a counter there. What a sequence of events there. Super kick countering the SOS as Kingston with a springboard. And Solo not going down easily as he hits another Samoan drop. Now what the hell is this? Samoan spike. We saw him hit Dolph Ziggler with this at SummerSlam. It's one of the reasons why Ziggler isn't in the company anymore. And a 2 count there and a no. Kingston barely finding the strength to get his hand under the bottom rope as the Usos look on. And now Solo with a splash in the corner. That bottom rope might have been the only saving grace for Kingston in this match. If it wasn't for poor ring positioning, this match might just be over now. Of course, Solo Sikoa and Ava Raine joining the Bloodline to screw over Dolph Ziggler to help Roman Reigns retain the WWE Championship. And now, oh man, another Samoan drop from Solo Sikoa, who now covers the leg here of Kingston. Is it enough? No. The Bloodline is now in damage control, looking to fix the mistakes that were made along the way during the road to SummerSlam, which is where the troubles really began. Now what a spinning back kick there by Solo. Solo has looked very dominant in this match for the most part. Another Samoan spike. Is it enough to put away one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions? And no. Kingston kicking out at a pure instinct. We saw Kofi Mania. Are we seeing that Kofi right now? The WWE Champion Kofi. What's it going to take? If you're Solo, you just hit your best shot on a former WWE Champion, not once but twice, and he's still kicked out. As Solo continues the offense, again planting Kingston. My voice is going, people. Now Kingston plants the elbow in between the eyes of Solo. And a headbutt for good measure. Now Kingston, double stomp right into the chest of Sikoa as he picks the leg to end the match here with a double stomp, and no. Solo still in this match. Now we get to see what Solo's made out of. Kingston taking Sikoa to the deep waters here as Kingston gets his feet up. But it doesn't matter. A super kick there lands flush. And Sikoa with a third Samoan spike in this match to put away Kingston. And he gets him. The Bloodline may have cracks, but how much trouble is the New Day really in? Thank you for joining me.